The Atari Creep YouTube channel is intended for a mature audience. Regardless of the subject matter, this video may contain strong language, simulated violence, and lots of psychological nudity. Viewer discretion is advised. What's up, creepers and geekers? Chris, the Atari Creep. How is everyone doing today, guys? If I'm out of frame or anything like that at any point in this video, you remember the other day when I dropped the phone and it cracked the screen and all that stuff? Yeah. Well, there's a big crack going right through the selfie side, so I can't see. I can't see if I'm in frame or not. I have no view screen or anything, so I'm just kind of, the camera's right there. I can see where it is, and hopefully it's not like this. Hey, how you doing? This is the top of my head. You know, which your lady usually sees. I'm just kidding. I did want to talk about Game Stop briefly. As a person who doesn't use it, you know, how fair is that? Well, it's not fucking fair, but it's too bad. But in all honesty, I mean, I get the Wii U, and I got a Wii. I had the 3DS, so I guess I used GameStop a little bit, but even today I don't. I may use ThinkGeek, but I don't use them too often. I mean, they have some action figures and stuff there that I would like to pick up, but they're overpriced, like especially on these. The Mego figures, way overpriced. They're usually $5 more than everywhere else. So I don't use GameStop or too many of its side gigs, so to speak. But the news with this guy Reggie fils-aime, coming in and turning things around. I responded to another video, and this is what's really kind of prompting this. It's not a response to that individual because though we disagree on some things, I think there's an understanding there that that's cool. We can disagree about it because we're grown-ass fucking people. But the response I got, it was literally just a real quick, there's two sides to every story was the response. And I thought about that. I'm like, that really doesn't really make sense to what I was saying. Two sides to every story. And maybe he was talking about, about the stuff I'm going to talk about here with their practices when it comes to people and how they deal with people. GameStop, that is. I don't know, I just kind of equate phrases like that along with, well, I guess everything happens for a reason. Most times people will say those things when they A, don't want an argument, B, are afraid to have the argument, which I don't think is this guy's case at all, or C, don't really have anything to counter it or to add to the conversation. Maybe they just don't want to add to the conversation. I don't know. But it's usually not necessarily a response. It's more of a lack of response. It's I'm going to say something, but this conversation's not going to go further. And I just let it be. I just let it be because I understand that he had a different point of view. He's more focused on, according to his video, a financial aspect of the thing. His gains, so to speak. Tell you which video, whatever. I don't want any fucking hate going back and forth. Seems like a decent enough guy, you know what I mean? A lot of people are excited about this Reggie guy coming on, and I know who Reggie is. I know who Reggie is. And my argument isn't so much can Reggie turn the company around. My argument is should he? Should we give a fuck about GameStop enough at this point?
The answer is no.
Where a guy like Reggie coming in and changing things is going to make everything all happy-dappy. Because for a number of years, GameStop, and I'm not a SJW by any stretch of the imagination. But when you get companies treating and trading people the way GameStop is infamous for, and I'm not just talking about the people who work there. I mean, they just implemented a policy called Legacy Delete, where anyone who's been with the company for more than X amount of years is making X amount of money. They have two people dedicated to looking for any flub up in that person's history so they can get rid of them and replace them with someone cheaper in order to save money to save their asses from fucking going under. GameStop for the past however many years have we been watching these videos of them failing out, Chapter 11, they're going to go out of business by the end of the year. It's their thing, you know what I mean? It's their thing. They're always going under. So it's like, how many times can you cry wolf too? But we're getting off track. My point is, between the way they treat their associates and their employees and all that stuff, the way they treat you folks when you go in there to try to trade in games, it's like we're at the point where it's like, do we really want to go back to that fucking husband that beats us? Do we really want to do that? So my argument to this individual wasn't necessarily that the guy couldn't do it. He probably can. My question is, why would any of you want to put fucking money into that? Why? It makes no sense to me whatsoever. Do we even need a GameStop? Fuck no. I'm all about brick and mortar. But brick and mortar is going out, and I'm slowly but surely coming to grips with that. I've been slowly but surely transitioning into the online stuff. I still buy locally if I can, but these toy companies and everything are fucking that up too. So it's like, you can't win for losing on any aspect of any of it. But to be honest with you, a company like GameStop does not need to exist anymore, especially with the way the gaming technology is going to be changing here pretty soon. If they were smart, they would have gotten on that train a little sooner. It's my understanding that there are already companies that are equipped to do digital only, with some hiccups here and there that need to be worked out, which is expected for anything new anyway. When it comes to technology, I don't think anyone should even fucking invest. I think people should just let it fucking sleep and go to bed and not wake up tomorrow morning. That's really it. That's all I really had to say. That really wasn't much at all. GameStop shouldn't come back if they fucking fail. You know, and it just seems like this Reggie guy's more of a company man than a personnel guy. And if you got someone in there who is a personnel and a company man, could turn the whole thing around, then maybe I would say, you know what, good for them. Let's see if we can't keep at least one more brick and mortar store out there. But GameStop, just every time I drive by one, I get a fucking nasty taste in my mouth, and I don't even fucking use them. So, and I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, that's why. You don't know better. You don't go in there. I know enough. Believe me. Believe me. I have more friends that use GameStop than they use CVS or Walgreens, okay? So, I know what's going on there. I've talked to people who work there. I know a few people who have or do work at GameStop. And it's not good. It's not good at all. And I'm going to say it. Shame on you if you're willing to support them with their personnel practices. Not just employee, but when it comes to dealing with people in general. The public or their associates. I don't know. Guys, let me know down in the comments what you think. Am I way off my fucking rocker? Show me something to change my mind if my mind does need changing. Don't just tell me about it. Show me it. And yeah, that's really all I have to say. Go ahead and leave feedback. Thumbs up, thumbs down. All feedback to the creep is positive, guys. Thank you always so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Until next time, take care. Creep it real.